Hi everyone, Nadia here from Nadia Joy Dating. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's been a while, but your ongoing support does mean a lot to me, so I really do appreciate you making the time to listen to my audio here today on YouTube. Don't forget to like this post and to subscribe to my channel. For feedback, comments or future topic suggestions, please do send me an email on nadiajoydating@gmail.com, or you can post a comment below. For Facebook and Instagram, you'll be able to find me on the social media handle at Nadia Joy Dating. So you're probably wondering, why on earth am I doing a recording on fear? So the reason I'm doing this recording is to tell you that you don't have to feel like fear is holding you back, because you can retrain yourself not to feel afraid. Another reason I'm doing this recording is to remind myself of something that I had almost forgotten. That fear is an idea-crippling, experience-crushing, success-stalling inhibitor which is inflicted by and upon ourselves. They're also just stories that we tell ourselves. So, for those of you who have been following me on social media and you have been watching my weight loss and body transformation journey, you would have noticed that I've come a long way from day one, but I found myself recently at a little bit of a crossroads. So after about 3 months of going back and forth, very, very close to my final number goal, I noticed there was a pattern that had begun to emerge. So I'd get really, really close, and then something would happen. Maybe I'd go out, maybe I would indulge, maybe in a treat or 3 or 4, or maybe I would just have a mega splurge day which took days to get back from. And I hadn't realized what the connection was until I had a chat with my mum. And she said something quite profound. She said, "Could it be that you're afraid?" So I sat down and I do what I normally do. And I began to ask myself questions. Could it be? Could it be that I am afraid? And I figured out I was scared. I was scared of what next? What happens next? When I reach my goal and I'm at the number goal that I've put in my head, what happens next? And digging deeper, I realized that what was making me even more afraid was the unknown. Not knowing what comes next, not knowing how my life is going to change. What is it that I'm going to have to do? My eating will change, my exercise regime will change, and that scared me. So it was back to the drawing board, and I sat down and just read up on fear. I went through my journal, and then I went on to Google and I typed in fear. So the dictionary defines fear as an unpleasant emotion caused by the threat of danger, pain, or harm. So in essence, fear is an emotional response to a perceived threat, right? So what's a perception? A perception is the way that our senses organize, identify and interpret what we see, what we think, taste, hear, feel, and turn it into something that we can understand, associate with, and relate to. And how do we create these associations? So I went back and thought about this some more, and I remembered something. This would be an easy way to explain it. So someone could look at a tarantula and fall in love with its furry legs and feel absolutely no fear because they don't perceive it as a threat. They understand it to be a fascinating creature and associate it with love as they recall their pet spider as a child. Spiders make them smile. Now me, on the other hand, come Halloween and plastic spiders, I used to get so scared, unable to cope with sensory overload, I'd pass out. For me, the association with spiders came from the painful bites which I still carry the scars of. Now, the same as it is with spiders, it's the same with everything else. Whether it's skydiving, bungee jumping, public speaking, hugs, moving jobs, or falling in love, fears are real. And they're real because we've made them real. But because we've made them real, we can unmake them. It is possible. It is doable. And more importantly, it will set you free. Now, before I moved to the UK, I was told London houses are full of spiders because of the attics that they have. And of course, this sent me into a massive panic. So I went and I enlisted the help of a hypnotherapist who specialized in phobias. And we worked together for weeks to get over my fear of spiders. Now when I see a spider, I do still cringe a little. My tummy will turn if it's a really big spider. It's got those daddy long legs. But I'm okay. No passing out with a bowl of candy at my door on Halloween anymore. So what changed? So I went back and thought about what is it that changed? And how did the hypnosis help? So the hypnosis helped by disassociating what I had once associated with spiders. The pain, the swelling, the fevers. You get the picture, right? I'm not saying go see a hypnotherapist for your fears. Of course, there will be some fears that are more debilitating than others. Some come and go during times of anxiety or stress. And the unknown is a big one. Now, what I am saying is that the same way we learn to fear something, we can unlearn it. Yes, there will be different methods that work for different types of fears and also for different personality types. But the fear that we learn can be unlearned and you can feel free. You're probably wondering, what is the reason behind me telling you all of this? And the reason is, I don't want you to feel like fear is holding you back, because you can retrain yourself not to feel afraid. Yoda said, fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. And what fear tends to do is it will create a type of prison for you and you will feel trapped. It prevents you from doing what you want to do because you start thinking, what if? So I thought I'd just do a little recording and share my thoughts with you and leave you with a few words of wisdom and say, don't fear the unknown. Embrace it and you will bring elements of magic, wonder and excitement in what is yet to come. So with that, I will love you and leave you, and I hope to speak to you again soon. Goodbye.